Sprint gave us something in a box, but it's not X-rated, and the box is just a boxy phone. It's the Sanyo M1. The Sanyo M1 from Sprint is a very small phone. You can see how easy it is for me to wrap my hands around it. However, because of its boxy shape, it will appear rather thick. This is just an appearance though. Once you slide it in your pocket, you'll see how thin it actually is. Because of its small size, it's practically covered with buttons. On the front is a 4-way navigation pad with the play-pause control for media playback. On the left side is a voice record button, and then placed below that are the volume keys. Because of this odd placement, you'll find yourself hitting voice record during phone calls to adjust the volume. Fortunately, for your friends and family, this doesn't actually record your calls. On the corner here is your charging port, and then your data port is on the bottom. The right-hand side has a camera button and a voice command button. On the front, below the large external display, are two even larger speakers. These speakers are very loud. You will always hear this phone ring, which is a welcome change from most phones that we review. The same could be said for the ear speaker, which actually is amazingly loud. We use this phone on a volume of about 2 out of 7 most days. It's easy to rave about the sound, but tougher to say anything nice about the keypad. It's virtually flat. Only the numbers are slightly raised, and they have an okay spring to them. However, the navigational cluster has no tactile feedback, and the keys are very tightly spaced. It's difficult to use, and you'll probably see us make a mistake or two because of that during the course of this review. Navigation may be wonky, but at least when we put this through the phone scoop test, you can see that texting is fairly fast and accurate. The home screen, or main menu, this may appear like all other Sprint phones. However, it's running some new software that brings some welcome changes. For instance, the on-demand application that used to require a number of clicks to actually get anything on demand now actually loads a large amount of data in the background so that when you hit news or sports or weather, you actually have stories there waiting for you. In other words, on demand finally lives up to its name. Like all Sprint phones, the M1 has 2 media players. Music is for tunes you purchase and download over the air, or that you load onto the phone using the PC software that's included. Media player is for your own files that you copy to the phone in mass storage mode. This phone has 1 gigabyte of memory that's shared between all of its files. It can't be expanded, but 1 gig sure holds a lot of songs. The media player has always been the stronger of the 2 applications, and on this new version, it's even further enhanced. Not only is it the only application that you can use to play through Bluetooth headphones, but it's now the one application that you can use to play your music while you're doing other things on the phone. So when we hit minimize, the left button now becomes media player, and we're actually able to browse through our phone and go do things like browse the web. Unfortunately, you can't use the on-demand application while you're playing music because it's a Java application and that will stop the music player for some reason. However, we can do almost anything else. In addition to the annoyance of 2 different music players with 2 completely different sets of capabilities, the media player also houses another one of our gripes with Sprint, which is the video channels. Other than Sprint TV, you wind up paying for everything. So if, for instance, you want to watch some cartoons, you select a cartoon station, and then you wind up paying for that. Once you've paid, you find that what you get are a couple of 50-second clips per channel, and you're paying $4 a month for each channel. Just feels rather disappointing in comparison to services offered by other carriers. This review would be incomplete if we didn't talk about the amazing camera on this phone. Like most Asian phones, the camera is actually on the back, and the sensor and the screen are in the same orientation, so you can frame your photo well. Even though it's autofocus, which takes a little bit longer to snap a picture than the regular fixed focus cameras on most phones, it's worth it. You can see the pictures are sharp and they have good color. And because of the very large lens, you even get better shots in low light than you would with a normal camera phone. It may not be the sexiest phone, but the M1 has a lot to offer in a small package.